by the 6th grade, I was 202 pounds. In high school, I was 300. I don't know exactly, it's probably somewhere in high school that I went past the mark where I could get weighed on a regular scale anymore. And then by the time I was in my late 20s, I was probably 550, I would think. I was 12 years old, I was on Weight Watchers. It was successful for a minute, and then I got all the way down to 165, and then it went back bigger than I ever had been, you know, at that point. By the time I'm 14, you know, I was probably pushing 300. When I was 29, they told me I had high blood pressure. You know, I have sort of a stressful job, so I tried to attribute it to that. I think I was still trying to deny a little bit of what was going on because I was so comfortable with who I was as a person. But I started having all kinds of aches and pains. I've got terrible arthritis, you know. I'm not even in my 30s at that point. And it just kept getting worse, and I went to the doctor for a pain in my leg that I couldn't get to go away, and it was waking me up at night, and he said it was my stomach pressing on a nerve in my leg, and there wasn't anything we could do other than for me to lose weight. I had a really good doctor who didn't harp on me about my weight because he knew I had a mirror. He knew that I knew I was heavy. But that was the moment that I think he saw his opening, because he leaned back on the gurney where I was sitting, and he said, your stomach's pressing on a nerve. Have you ever thought about gastric bypass? And I burst into tears, and I said, Dr. Arnold, it's not you. You didn't hurt my feelings. I said, I've been thinking about it. I just haven't told anybody. And I still was determined to try and do it on my own. But all the years of dieting had ruined my metabolism, and I couldn't do it on my own anymore. It really wasn't a choice for me. I knew Hurley had been doing it the longest. I knew people who had had it at Hurley who had been successful, and so I just went to the website and went to the seminar. And after the seminar, they were so knowledgeable, and I felt very comfortable with Dr. Farhan because he was the one who did the seminar. I just knew. The day I came home from being recovery and I could drive again, I went home and I cleaned out my closet, and I climbed down on the floor, and then I got up. I didn't used to be able to get up like that. There was a struggle and a crawling and all that. I just, poop, I was just up. I was limited before, but I tried to ignore it. I can do anything now, anything I want to. I have a life. I was 6 years old when I started gaining weight. I don't know what it's like to be thin. I've told Dr. Williams that. I don't know what it's like to be thin. I know how to be fat, and I know how to be Erin, but I don't know what it's like to be thin. But I'll learn.